Hello everyone, this is Crystal and welcome to my channel where I share card making techniques, sweet paper crafts, and now inspiring food ideas. Today I will be showing you how I made this beautiful card using heat embossing, alcohol markers, and colored pencils. And this project is for the September 2019 Color Combo Card Challenge at Created Home with G. Our colors this month are white, blue, and kraft. And I'm excited to say that this month Gareth is back with us. And also we have a new team member, Tony, who'll be joining us. So it'll be myself, Gareth, Donna, Angie, and Tony will be all doing this color combo card challenge. And don't forget to add your color combo card challenge to the Facebook group at Created Home with G, so you will be entered in a drawing for a goodie bag. And please subscribe to everyone's channels and click that little bell so you'll be notified every time any of us upload a new video. Now stay tuned as I show you how you can also create this stunning card. For this card, I start off with a base that is 5.5 by 8.5, and I scored it at 4.25. And I had another piece of cardstock that was 3.25 by 4.5 on a craft, and a piece of blue that was 3.5 by 4.75. And now I'm going to take the smaller piece, the 3.5 by 4.5, and I'm going to take my stamp and I'm going to stamp on it with a Versamark ink. As you see, my stamp is larger than my piece of cardstock, but that's okay. And I'll stamp it really good several times to make sure I've got a good image on the card. Then I took it out and I put it in my pan and I poured white embossing powder on it. And in fact, I think I put it on there a couple of times just to make sure I had a good coverage of it, and then flicked off the excess and wiped off some on the front that stuck that wasn't supposed to be there. Taking my heat tool to it, and what I like to do is I like to start on the back of my paper. That way I don't blow off the embossing powder, so I get it nice and warm on the back, and then I turn it over on the front, and then I go through and I will keep adding heat to it. As you see, it melts and it dissolves, and you can see how it changes the look of the flowers. And now I'm taking my coloring pencils and I'm getting out my white pencil, and I'm going over the flowers and stuff in white, just so that my colors will show up. Because on cardstock, lots of times they don't show up. They come out really dark and really ugly looking. And I want the color blue to show up really well. So I went over the one flower, and I was debating whether to use the blue color pencil. Instead, I decided to use my alcohol markers and see how they came out. And I kind of like the looks of that better. I just was trying it out on the first flower and see how it looks, and then going back over, and I kind of liked it, so I went back over all the flowers with the white colored pencil. It just keeps the ink from bleeding down into the craft cardstock, and allows the color to stay up on top. So I'm just fast forwarding here to show you how I colored this. And basically I just used the same colors. I just used the lighter and darker of the blue. I think it was called Pool Party that I used. and I just went back and forth and did different areas. As for the leaves, I decided just to leave them a white outline. I thought it made them look better. I wanted the flowers to show up more than I did the leaves. And I took my sentiment that I wanted to use and I did white heat embossing on it, and I did not like it. I don't think it you just couldn't read it, and I have that problem sometimes with word sentiments. I don't like it. It just comes out mushy. So I'm redoing it this time with just plain white kraft ink, and I will stamp it several times on the kraft cardstock just to get it to have a darker, whiter look, if you say. So I stamped this several times using my Misty. And here's both of them side by side, so you can see I can read the one I stamped better than I could the one that I heat embossed. And now I'm taking my art glitter glue, and I decided I wanted to add a little bit of dimension, and I'm putting glue in the center of each of these. And then I got these dazzling diamonds that I bought online. It's actually cut glass, and I'm putting plenty of art glitter glue, and then I'm running the cardstock through it. And you can't really tell real well on here because the glue hasn't dried yet and it just looks white. But I just wanted it to give it more pizzazz. And on camera it doesn't look that great, but it does in real life. And now I'm just taking my art glitter glue and I'm gluing it to my blue mat that I have, and I'll stick that together. And I'm trying to be careful as I lay it down because the glue isn't dry on the center of my flower fronts, and I want the dazzling diamonds to stay on there. There you go. And I decided to add a white mat because I thought it was too dark, and so I added a white mat that's just a 1/4 inch smaller than the base, and I glued that onto the kraft cardstock. And then after I did that, I decided to take the front end section and pop it up with some foam tape. And this is just some cheap foam tape I bought at the Dollar Tree, and I put it on there. And now I'll just pop it up on the center of the card and give it a little dimension. And then I'm taking my sentiment, I am going to use this oval die I have, and I'm going to cut it out. And then I used an oval scallop die, just a little bit larger of the blue. And I'm going to stack these on top of each other using more of that foam tape to give it a more, pop it up to give it more dimension for the card so it doesn't look quite so flat. And I'll put it in the upper right hand corner of the card, and then my card is finished. So if you like what you see, please give me a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to check out Gareth's, Angie's, Donna, and now Tony's cards as well. Bye for now. Happy crafting!